Welcome everybody. So today I want to show you how to make a pressed bowl or plate or tray, depending on what you want to use it for. So we are going to use foam. We're going to do two types. We're going to do one with a plaster mold, and then we're going to do one with one of these wooden molds. So either way, you're going to start with a leather hard piece of clay. So I did a design on this one, and on this one I am gonna do this one. So if I'm gonna use the flat form, I am gonna take that form and I'm just gonna set it on here, and I'm gonna excuse me, use my needle tool, and I'm gonna trim all the way around. Now, it's really important for this technique that your slab is leather hard, okay? So make sure that you still want it to be movable, but when you hold it, like, you don't want it to be droopy. So it has to be leather hard to be able to do this. The other thing is I highly recommend like smoothing your edges before you do the pressing part. It's just a little bit easier sometimes, but really it just kind of depends on how much extra work you want to do. So if you want less extra work, then I would do it now. If you want more work, do it later. Or if you forget or something, you can always finish it up later. Okay, so I have cut my slab so that it fits this right here. I'm gonna set this to the side. I'm gonna pull my foam out. This is just like a little thick foam. So I'm gonna set this leather hard slab, and like I said, if you blend your edges now, it's a little bit easier than once it's in shape. Okay. So now that you got that, you want to try to center this. Now, this is kind of hard for me to do with my video camera right in the way, but I think we got it. So once you've got it all nice and centered, literally you're just going to push and kind of wobble. So push and wobble. And then you will pull out the form. Now, if you get a little bit of this cracking while it's still on the form, just blend it out, okay? So just blend it out while it's on the form, and then flip it back over. Just kind of push down in the corners just a little bit if it's sticking just a little bit, and then there is your plate. Okay, so as long as it's leather hard, then I can lift this up and move this without warping my shape. Okay. Oh. Almost knocked over my thingy thing. All right, now for this next one, I'm gonna use this template just because it's a really nice circle. But I'm gonna use this mold over here. So it could be a wood mold, it could be a plaster mold. I wouldn't use a plastic, I wouldn't use a plastic bowl for this just because the plastic will stick. If you put like a layer of, saran wrap or something in between, you could, but that's not what we're doing. So smooth the edges. And I would smooth that underneath edge too. But, okay, so now that I have that's all cut, I'm gonna bring the foam back over, set the foam in the middle. And I'm gonna take my big old mold and I'm gonna try to center it as best I can. Now this particular mold, see how it is like super round? That's a choice, right? I wanted to use that one because I think it looks cool. So now I'm just gonna push down into it, but this one, because it's more round, I really gotta like wobble all the way around. And then I've now got a bowl shaped, right? So as long as this clay is leather hard, then it's gonna be able to retain the shape. If it's too hard, it'll snap instead of bending. And if it's too soft, it'll just flop back into a flat position. All right, thanks everybody, have fun.